All the hard work, dedication, preparation is going to be put to the test in the biggest way. 200 laps from the Martinsville Speedway, the 2024 ValleyStar Credit Union 300, with Kyle Dudley bringing us down for the start. Green flag is in the air. 200 laps to a grandfather clock. Here we go. Everybody clean through turns 1 and 2. The battle for the lead continues in 3 with Carson Quapple and Dudley battling for the top spot. And Kyle Dudley is going to maintain the streak of having the perfect day so far. He leads lap 1 with Sellers looking inside of Quapple for 2nd and 1 at South Boston. We flash up forward up to the battle for 3rd. Connor Hall has fallen back into the clutches of Carson Quapple and company. Not sure if this is by design or if Hall may have a problem as he is gingerly working his way down the front stretch. Allows Quapple to get past on the top side, and Mike Looney's going to try the same on the exit of turn 2.
I don't know if that was one of the cars I heard going by our broadcast booth up here. It did not sound all that great. As we get another listen by here. Yeah, there's something not right with that number 22 car.
That car is definitely laboring down the straightaway, and it's showing midway down the front and back stretch. And here comes Stuart Cruz. This is your Virginia Triple Crown points leader, and the driver who is looking for maybe the only thing that he hasn't done yet this season, and that is win that crown and this race. And he may have a pretty serious mechanical problem in his Nelson Motorsports number 22.
You see some of the brake rotors glowing on some of these late model stocks, but Peyton Sellers now with a nose to the inside of Kyle Dudley. Carson Quapple has also made up some ground, and he's nearly a car length behind these two. But right now, side by side, off of turn number 2, Kyle Dudley has led the opening 26 laps of the 2024 ValleyStar Credit Union 300, and Peyton Sellers looks as if he will lead lap 27. Second leader in the ValleyStar Credit Union 300, it is the 26 of Peyton Sellers. We also have a battle brewing for the race lead, and it's not going to take very long. Carson Quapple, 3rd new race leader, and just about as many laps as he'll take over the top spot at Martinsville. Creighton Lapsevich has fallen back to the 11th position. Ryan Millington up to 12th as one car off the pace in the middle of turns 3 and 4, and I don't think he's going to be able to get all the way back around. What a promising night it started out to be for Buddy Isles Jr., who will draw the first caution flag of the night here at Martinsville.
Carson Quapple is going to bring us back down for the green flag. We'll be 47 laps from the halfway break. It is Quapple and Looney on the front row for the restart.
All right, they're already racing in the back of the field to try to catch up.
Dive to the inside. That was Stuart Cruz who tried to make the move, and now he's stuck in the middle 3 wide with Pulliam losing spots off of 2.
He'll lose a couple. Millington also got shoved out of the groove. How about Connor Hall making a move down to the inside? He's able to make his way by. Is Cruz shoved up and into the marbles? He has a problem, and he will stop at the top end of turn number 4. One of the great stories of the ValleyStar Credit Union 300 this year. He continues rolling down the front straightaway. No caution yet.
Battle for the lead on the left side. Battle for position right side is now Looney is just about as far forward as he's been all race long in his battle with the 8 car for the lead as the caution is out for a spin in turn number 2.
Kyle Dudley at the top of turn number 4 was just about to mention the fact that Matt Waltz, who I think was behind him, was making up some ground, and you can see some damage just as he passes by our shot there, that 2 car has a little bit of right front fender damage and can just put 2 and 2 together that I think that's where that contact would have come from. It's been Looney who's been on the bottom trying to pass Carson Quapple. Now you kind of flip the script here with Quapple kind of in that preferred lane on the bottom, but maybe Mike Looney's car works well up there. Let's see here.
Coming around a complete lap number 73. Carson Quapple to the inside, Mike Looney to the outside as we're back underway. Coming up on the final few laps of this opening segment of the ValleyStar Credit Union 300, Quapple cleared to the lead off 2, but not for long.
Yeah, Looney positioned himself very well. He did give Quapple the position at the line, so I don't think we would see a similar situation with what we had with Trevor Ward earlier as Connor Hall, a little bit slow in the straightaway, got a little bit of a shove from Lee Pulliam further on back. Pulliam goes on by, so does Jake Crum, and whatever issue he was having, we didn't really hear the problem continuing to persist, but it's certainly doing that right now is trouble, turn 4.
And that's for the second time. Kyle Dudley, who has gone into the wall this time in turns 3 and 4. And the magical day for the 4-car, Virginia native, out of Roanoke, Virginia, for his family-owned race team. And the Tyler Hash and Farm and Bureau Insurance entry has started to unwind in a big way, and this is going to be the end of the night for car number 4 and Kyle Dudley. He's got the window net down, and his race is over with clear damage to, at the very least, not only the rear deck lid of that car, but the right rear quarter panel as well.
Yeah, golly, he hit hard.
Going to be a short sprint to the lap 100 stage break. Here comes Carson Quapple and Mike Looney bringing us down with a restart. 18 to go before halfway, and Looney's got a tremendous edge. By tremendous, we mean by a nose to turn 1 to try to maintain pace in this race if he can get around Quapple as they nearly bounce off one another off 2.
A little bit of a run down the back straightaway again. He's been having to fend off Quapple, or at least try to make the move by on the bottom. But right now, Mike Looney too strong for Quapple to hold back for the moment. Mike Looney, another new race leader here at the front of the ValleyStar Credit Union 300. That middle and top lane working well for both of your top 2 contenders. Peyton Sellers moving up there as well without a little bit of a challenge from Cade Brown.
And these repeated restarts have put Hall in a position where he is just about getting run over off the restarts, and he is out of the top 10 now as the battle continues.
Oh, and he gets spun on the front straightaway. Contact with Tristan McKee.
Oh, a couple of cars launching their way in. Big crash for Hefner, who climbed over the top of another car. With Mike Looney the leader, he's elected the inside, even though he took the lead on the outside to get the top spot away from Carson Quapple. It'll be Quapple, his pursuer to driver's right. Back underway with the break coming at halfway. It is Looney and Quapple bringing us back to green.
This time it's the low side that Looney's going to be able to clear Carson Quapple off of turn number 2 and into turn number 3. However, look at the sin from Peyton Sellers around the outside. He nearly was up and had a nose on the outside of Carson Quapple, but for now Sellers will have to settle for third.
While the race continues on, Buddy Isles Jr. has brought his car to the pit area, and slow. It appears as though maybe his night will be ending prematurely. Lapsevich wants one more spot as he's trying to work over Sellers for 4th, with Mike Looney coming to the cross flags to lead at halfway. You can expect to see the caution at the conclusion of this lap, but Mike Looney is going to grab himself $1,000 as the stage winner by virtue of Clarence's Steakhouse, and Looney, looking for his second Martinsville Speedway win, is going to come off of turn number 4 into the line, and the yellow is out for the stage break. All right, segment number 1 is in the books. Mike Looney in the 87, Carson Quapple in the 8, Cade Brown the 23, Peyton Sellers the 26, your front 4. Back underway in the ValleyStar Credit Union 300 from Martinsville. Just as we saw in the restart before the break, Looney able to make that bottom side work, but for how long? Look at Carson Quapple try to send it in on the outside as they just about come together off 4. Quapple keeping the fender there as Looney leads to the line. Now Quapple falls back behind him.
Battle for the lead for the top spot in the ValleyStar Credit Union 300. Mike Looney, Carson Quapple side by side into turn number 3.
And we see that left front brake rotor glowing bright red on Carson Quapple's car, something we've seen many a times before when this driver would go on to win at a track that is similar in terms of driving style. Ace Speedway has done so several times in the Cars Tour. Now trying to win at Martinsville, but Looney fights back on the outside.
And Looney run very high there into 1 and 2. We see so many times this car that's in the middle that is running the top kind of comes down and really forces that car on the bottom to wrap the curving. You'll see it this time. See the amount of room that Mike Looney is giving Carson Quapple right there. That's a driver that is very confident in his race
car. Turn 4, got a car around. That's Mason Diaz off the 4th corner as the leaders are side by side arriving on the scene. And Diaz got lucky that he did not get tagged by the cars that were closing in on him. Getting set for the restart. Next race break, lap 175. Looney leads us back down to green.
This time it is that inside lane that gets quite a launch. Looney may look to have Quapple clear off of turn number 2. Cade Brown having to do some defensive work behind them to keep Jake Crum at bay. Meanwhile, here comes Peyton Sellers, who looks like he'll be able to clear Cade Brown off of turn 4. May not have him quite into turn number 1, but he'll have the spot at the stripe.
And on the outside, Carson Quapple has made the pass for the race lead as Sellers and Brown continue their duel for third.
As they come around this time, he's got about one more corner to make up a spot to get up into second is that of Cade Brown, but it looks like he may not be able to do it with Quapple coming off of into turn number 3 rather. They're going to throw the caution flag regardless. So Mike Looney holds on to the second spot.
It's going to be $1,000 in the bank for that of Carson Quapple. He leads at the end of segment 2 ahead of Mike Looney, Cade Brown, who may very well be in Virginia Triple Crown championship winning position, Jake Crum and Bobby McCarty. Lights are out atop the Toyota Camry pace car. Carson Quapple, the control car. And again, ironic that we've seen the last 2 lead changes amongst these two happen for the car in the top lane. Yet Carson on the choose picked the bottom. We'll see what Looney can do in that outside groove with Cade Brown and Jake Crum in row 2. 20 laps to settle the ValleyStar Credit Union 300 from Martinsville. Little bit of door banging already as they go off in the corner, but Quapple has the lead in hand in the middle of turns 1 and 2 with Looney slotting to second.
He's going to see if Looney can get the drive off the corner, but doesn't look to have it at the moment. Meanwhile, door to door, as tight as these drivers have been pinching each other all night long.
Casey Kelly trying to follow Lapsevich through on the inside as Lapsevich hugs the bottom of the racetrack.
Oh, we got trouble in turn 1. Aaron Donnelly saves it. It looks like the caution flag will be displayed, yes, as I believe the 71 went around for a full 360 but got rolling quickly.
Carson Quapple has made it well known how much he wants to win this race. Not sure what the future may hold for this driver beyond 2024 just yet. The rumors are good, but he knows he still has a job at hand. He's ahead of 2016 winner in Mike Looney. They make up the restart with 11 to go in the ValleyStar Credit Union 300.
Early launch for Quapple, but Looney timed it perfectly as they go side by side, but not able to keep up with that 8 car. What a drive through the center of the corner. Carson Quapple cleared by a car length, maybe more. What an incredible restart and drive into 1 and 2 for Carson Quapple.
Quapple clear out in front, side by side for 4th.
He'll hit yet again as two former track champions at Florence Motor Speedway, now a part of this 3-wide gaggle. It looks like Crum may have it off at 2, but he'll slide again.
Oh!
Crum gets loose. He's all the way up the track. Kelly going to try to pounce, and Cade Brown. Oh my goodness, how did he save that race car?
And we're not done yet. Still 3 wide in the corner as Brown is watching the Virginia Triple Crown slip away from him as he's still trapped outside. Donnelly up in the air. Brown into the wall. Caution is out. Carson Quapple looking for his first win in this race. Mike Looney his second. Trayton Lapsevich third. Casey Kelly fourth. Here they come. Green flag is in the air. We are underway to settle the ValleyStar Credit Union 300.
Drive down into turns 1 and 2. It'll be the advantage to Carson Quapple. Looney looks like he might be clear of second, but Quapple driving away down into turns 3 and 4. He'll have a car length. Can Looney make up any ground? Doesn't look like it's going to happen this time. The white flag is out. 1 lap to go for Carson Quapple.
Field is pretty much accordion back together for second on back while Quapple looks for smooth sailing off turn 2. A little bit of bumper tag behind the leader, but no problem. Carson Quapple, 2-time Cars Tour champion, and in his 3rd try is going to win himself a grandfather clock. Carson Quapple wins the ValleyStar Credit Union 300.